I was diagnosed in September of 2007 with left tonsil cancer, and I received 35 days of radiation and 7 chemos along with that. The radiation produces severe burns and in your mouth and in your throat, your esophagus. So they inserted a G-tube, and so that I could, have liquid food and nourishment. And the G-tube didn't work, and so I was very sick with that, and so I had nothing by mouth for 3 months whatsoever. So I came home just a few weeks before Christmas in 2007. I did have a lot of support from my family and my friends, my neighbors, but I think at one point I really didn't want to burden them with it any more than I already had. I'd seen the groups listed in the local paper, and I just called and talked to a social worker who was very welcoming, and she told me that there was a meeting, and I went off in a few weeks, but there was no one at the meeting. It was just me, and the social worker said something that was really just profound. She said, "You can stay," even though there was no one there. And so I did. I stayed and talked to her for an hour. I think probably most of which was a lot of crying, but there was a lot of talking and a lot of support, and it was wonderful. And she said, "Come back." And I did. I went back a couple of times, but there was never anyone there. And I gave her my phone number and said, "Call me if you find a group." And I'm very persevering. I just hung in there and waited. I knew she would. I trusted her. And she called me 4 or 5 months later and said I had a group. She had a group, and I went, and I've gone ever since. The group dynamic is absolutely amazing. Everyone in there really understands how you feel. They know all of your emotions. They understand that you're frustrated by what you can't get done, or that you're fatigued. And you very often wonder if what you're feeling is normal. And I think when you go, you understand that everyone else has felt the exact same way. After about 2 years or so, an opportunity came up to do some formal mentoring. A social worker had spoken to a few of us. And so we began the training for that at the local hospital. I think going to the group and the mentoring and the other steps that I took, I also decided to take Tai Chi to help with balance and to help with stress. And I also looked into mindfulness and have been working on that as a way to reduce stress, because it is a very stressful situation. They help you to manage your feelings, and they create positive feelings. And I'm a firm believer that those positive feelings really help with your emotional health and your physical health at the same time.